My 5 favorite plays from this game. Not my favorite plays. These are not the most impactful plays. A couple of them are highlight plays, and they were impactful, but a few of them are just ones that made me smile, and I'm very, very happy today. I am way too subject to having my emotions swing wildly with wins or losses. It's harder as a fan than it was as a player. I can tell you that much. It's rough out here on these streets. So I tell rookies all the time. Someday you're gonna be a middle-aged man getting agitated about all the stupid stuff you rookies are doing, more so than even when I was a player. So 5 of my favorite plays, and we'll start off with a Woody Marks reception. And thanks for bearing with me through the microphone problems. For those of you saying, "Hey Seth, why don't you get an assistant to help?" What about me do you think would handle having an employee well? Like if the taxes, workers' comp, paying them on time? There's no solution. Okay, the Woody Marks reception. Obviously, this was a huge and impactful play, and Woody Marks illustrated what he can do as the check down. Embrace the check down, CJ, and he has done that in time and in rhythm. And it was more impressive for a few reasons from CJ's standpoint, but just to look at the offensive line. Blake Fisher had the most snaps he's had as a tight end, as the 6th offensive lineman so far this season. And it's with good reason. Look, the Texans have issues with pass protection. I know that Caserio and everybody else will tell you that the offensive line isn't a problem, and yet they're rotating left guards and they're playing a 6th offensive lineman regularly. So yes, it's an issue. Do what you have to do to get CJ as comfortable as possible, because it's the pass protection's an issue. But if you look to our left, his right, it allows them to run this duo play action. It's a run play they run a lot, and make it look genuinely like run. Look at all those linebackers. Those linebackers are sucked up to the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, you've got Blake Fisher instead of a tight end out on the defensive end. And there you go. So CJ's read is in the middle of the field. And as you watch, as he's waiting to see if it clears, protection's coming. Just, the pressure's just starting to hit us. And boom, he checked it down. If you watch right there, I think that's Jalen Knoll, and we watch downfield, you're going to see, all right, Kaylee, good play call. This natural rub happens. That pick happens. Knoll comes clean, but it's just as pass protection is breaking down. And CJ didn't, instead of trying to hang on and try to go for the deep shot or do whatever else, he chose the course of discretion, and it still ended up being a big play. So instead of pressing, instead of just really being greedy for the deep shot as a play caller or as an offense or in general, I liked some of the things that both CJ, Nick Caley, and the offense in general were doing yesterday. I thought that was one of my favorite plays, just because everything, all the problems they're trying to address, it all worked out. This next one, nothing dramatic about this at all, but you'll remember CJ running, almost getting decapitated by Bethune. And I got so excited when I watched the TV copy of this, because watch right at the end. This is from the All-22. But it's not just that he's sliding. If you think back to, I don't know, maybe a fella named Trevor Lawrence when he slid and left his head sticking up above the ground like an antenna, watch CJ at the very end. Take responsibility for your own actions in life, right? Right here is a really good one. This is the TV copy they showed. Running like a gazelle, like Roger Bannister. And then, boom, good job. It's really difficult to continue playing football after you've been decapitated. And I do think that cumulative trauma is a thing with quarterbacks. The total number of hits that you sustain over time, it adds up. And then all of a sudden you got all these little nagging things, and it affects your throwing motion or makes you more susceptible to injury. Well, CJ's done a great job of, for the most part, protecting himself when he runs and as he does it more and more. Next one. This is actually 2 plays. You can get a twofer on this one. Because, okay, look, Christian McCaffrey reception, gets a first down out of this. That's not great. But watch. Pa. Look at Henry To'oTo'o. Not hitting his own player, but hitting Christian McCaffrey. Pa! Oh, it's beautiful. My God, that was nice. The play that I did get really excited about, though, because it was a positive play, there's Henry To'oTo'o on Christian McCaffrey. Henry To'oTo'o patiently reading McCaffrey, and boom. That was beautiful. If you told me 2 years ago that Dowie Henry Toa would be making big plays in pass coverage, I would have said, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's got to slim down a little bit and maybe work on his anticipation, the tendencies, everything else that he knows about the 49ers here. It's just a really good, honestly, rookie or second year Toa, I don't think would have made that play. So I was really excited about that one. Okay, this one. This is a big payoff for fans of the channel if you've watched before. Remember we've talked about wham blocks? Watch the fullback British Brooks and watch what he does to this poor defensive tackle. I mean, he's got to go to a home to he's got to go home to his family. Bah! Oh, I got too excited. Like, that is just beautiful. And he's done this to defensive linemen before. Look, the guy's almost got his legs wrapped around him. Like, that's a gross. Oh boy, that's embarrassing. I feel bad for the guy. I've been there. It's happened to me before. You watch this 3 technique, and this is going to play in. Whenever you're a defensive tackle and things feel a little too easy, he's looking at the guard leaving, thinking, is that a pulling guard? Am I getting power or something over to this side? And he needs to be aware of that threat off to the right, British Brooks, and he sees it coming oh, God, that was beautiful. That was really, really, really nice by British Brooks. Hang it in the museum of your choice. That's beautiful. Last one, and this is the one that I feel awful about because this has happened to me before. Happened to me before when I missed a sack. I'm going to show you as a recap when you're a defensive lineman and you're facing the screen, there's a few different things that offensive linemen can do, but usually at some point they're either going to let you win or they're going to leave. So watch on this screen, you got Togiai coming up, going to a bull rush, thinking maybe it's run or something, sees the quarterback, and then right there he knows it's the screen because the offensive lineman is using a throw by. Like there, it's obvious, it's a screen. Sometimes they'll just leave you depending on where they are. But as soon as he's right there, he doesn't have to look at the quarterback. He knows it's a screen. So you see him, eyes never go back to the quarterback, gets out there, makes the play. So that was from the Titans game, obviously. You come okay, I'm just going to let it run. Oh, poor Tommy. Clean to the quarterback, screen, no, because this is what happens. This is what happens when you're a run stuffer. You're accustomed to not winning quickly. It never happens. So because he's more of a run stuffer, than he is a pass rusher. So you're accustomed. I was accustomed to not winning really quickly. And when you do win really quickly, your first instinct is, oh, this has got to be a screen. So he goes and he gets he gets the pressure. It's an incomplete pass, but he could have had a sack. Oh, it just sucks. It's the worst. It's just the worst. Oh, good job being a responsible football player. I did it when Tony Banks was playing. For the Ravens, and I was playing with the Jaguars. And I just had Tony Banks right in front of me, and I just turned and ran away. I just gave up the easiest sack. Tony Banks, he wasn't a scrambler. Where was Tony going to go? It was going to be a sack. Oh, poor Togiai. That sucks. It's a beautiful day today. Yeah. D'Amico just humbled Landry in the press conference. All right. Well, I got to do a D'Amico press conference reaction then. Let me scan these real quick. I know I was late, but did you show the Blake Fisher pancake block? I did not. Let's show it anyway. All right. Okay. Because this is a good, listen. This is a good play because it's a CJ Stroud. I can't. Yeah, I'll show it. Because it's not a bad. This is another one that kind of like with Tommy Togiai's. It happens to all of us. It's not that big a deal. It doesn't mean. Hold on, I had to pull up Titus Destroyed. Okay. This has happened to J.J. Watt on the defensive side of the ball. This happens to everybody. But so this is a good play by CJ. It ends up being successful. This happens sometimes. Titus just gets. He just gets caught off balance. Oh, it happens. I'm not going to show it again because I don't want to make it look like it was like I'm picking on him or anything. I felt he's going to hear it. He's going to hear it in O-line meetings, okay? It just happens. It's the worst. You get baptized. It's like you're getting baptized in a river, you know? In a tent revival meeting or something, but without all of that inner joy that you get or anything. It's the opposite of that. It helps a lot when you're destroying the team that you're playing. So it's such a hard sport to play. It's so hard. Let's see. Landry took some of D'Amico. Okay, I will go and watch that. Landry and I are friends, so I'll judge for myself on what he said. Okay, here we go. He didn't humble Landry. D'Amico got all defensive and acted like he never gets praise. What's the praise? We have a losing record and had Super Bowl expectations and high hopes this year. Well, this sounds dramatic. Okay, I gotta go check this out. And I will come back later, knowing that I love Landry and D'Amico are both people that I respect and admire. So I will have no opinion about this until I see it myself.